Please subscribe, and you can download this code from description below. In Python, strings can be enclosed within either single quotes or double quotes. This flexibility may leave you wondering if there's any difference between the two. In this tutorial, we'll explore the distinctions between single and double quotes in Python, and provide code examples to illustrate their usage. Single quotes are the simplest way to define a string in Python. Here are some key points to remember when using single quotes. String definition: you can define a string using single quotes, like this. Escape sequences: you can use escape sequences within single quoted strings to include special characters. For example, interpolation: to interpolate variables into a single quoted string, you can use string concatenation, plus, or the dot format method. For example, double quotes behave similarly to single quotes in most cases. Here's what you need to know about double quotes. String definition: you can define a string using double quotes, just like single quotes. Escape sequences: you can also use escape sequences within double quoted strings. Interpolation: similar to single quoted strings, you can interpolate variables into double quoted strings using concatenation or the dot format method. The choice between single and double quotes often comes down to personal preference. However, there are some scenarios where one might be more convenient than the other. Nested quotes: if you need to include quotes within a string, it's often easier to use one type of quotes for the string and the other type for the internal quotes to avoid excessive escaping. Consistency: in a code base, it's a good practice to be consistent. If you or your team prefers one style over the other, stick with it throughout your code. Interpolation preference: some developers find one style more readable for variable interpolation. Experiment and see which one feels more comfortable for you. In Python, both single quotes and double quotes are used to define strings, and they are functionally equivalent in most cases. The choice between them primarily depends on personal preference and the specific requirements of your code. Remember to be consistent in your code base, and use the style that makes your code more readable and maintainable. Whether you choose single or double quotes, Python provides you with the flexibility to work with strings effectively. ChatGPT